Hi there, Lori here from Unique in the Creek, and today we're going to go over the basics of the Unique in the Creek board and how to load your board. Okay, this is the large board. A lot of people call it the large flower board or the flower board. On our shop now, it is the large board. It's 15.5 inches in diameter, and you'll notice that there's a whole bunch of holes. Okay, so these holes are actually designed to make all kinds of things by using the certain sets of holes. We've made it really easy for teaching, as we've put each row, we have numbers on our boards. So there's row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. These two ones in the middle are usually used for a flower center to perfectly center your flower center. Also on the board, you'll see these lines going around and meeting each of the holes. These are just to indicate what row you're on, to keep yourself on track. A nice thing about the Unique in the Creek boards too is you can write your pattern right on to your board. So if you were making a patriotic wreath and it was, red, white, and blue, and you wanted only blues here, you could, draw your triangle or whatever, and you can just write blue, 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 red, however you want to do your pattern. We also offer templates on our website that you can print out and pre-plan your wreath. So it's pretty fabulous, and there's a lot of things you can do with these boards. It's not just flowers. You do wreaths, you do ladybugs, they do all kinds of different stuff. We do have quite a few various shape boards, but they all are loaded the same way. They all have matching holes. Now the large board on row 3 looks like there's just a whole bunch of holes. You'll notice that 2 holes are closer together than these 2 holes. What we did is we just added extra holes in between the original holes for people who like to make their wreaths really, really full, especially the flower wreaths. So it's designed so they can put more petals in on row 3. So these are the normal actual holes when they're close together like that. So row 3 is the only one that really has any extra holes, okay? Now row 1, you'll see only 1 hole. Row 1's usually used for flowers. They use it for leaves. You can use it for extra petals to make your wreath even larger. And to use these holes, you're going to go down the hole, and to the outside of the board, you're going to use your zip tie. Okay? So that's how you use row 1. It's different than the other rows. So row 1 is the hole to the outside of the board. Now the rest of the rows with the normal holes here, to preload them, and we call it preloading the board, you can preload open or you can preload closed. And a lot of times when we're doing instructionals, we will tell you if it's open or closed. So open is lots of time used for when there's poofs or where you're going to use ribbons and stuff like that. So open is you're going to go down 1 hole, go back up corresponding hole, and you're going to leave your zip tie open like this. Okay, you're not closing it and locking it, you're just leaving it open. Okay, preloading the board closed, you're going to go down 1 hole, up the other, and you're going to have the zip tie flat part of the head meet the tail of the zip tie. And that's how the zip tie works. And you will hear a zipping sound. And when you tug on it, you'll notice it's locked. That means it is ready to go. Now, when we preload the board, we just preload it till you hear just a couple zipping sounds. Again, down, up. My flat part is facing in between the 2 holes. Tail into the flat part, and you hear that. Make sure it's locked. And we're going to leave lots of space between the board and the zip tie to manipulate our mesh to so it's not, you're not struggling trying to put your mesh in. A lot of times we do preload closed for flowers. You'll notice a lot of the flowers, because the petals, then you just slip right in and then you pull your zip tie tight and you cut the tail off. And that's how a lot of the flowers are made. So that's why we say preload the board. Open is, again, down and up, and leaving it just open. Closed is down and up. Closing it, the zip tie, hearing a couple zips, and it's locked. Okay, that is how you use the Neat Creek board. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.